Hey, SmartHouse Guru here. Today I want to walk you through how you can set up and create a multi-room speaker system. This allows you to play one song across your whole house on all the different speakers, have them all in sync with each other so no delays, they play really nicely. And we're going to do this today with the Echo speaker system. So I want to show you is what I have at home. In my home, I have two speakers. I have one in my main level of the house, and I have an Echo Dot upstairs in the upper level. I renamed these devices, and I'll show you how to do this in a second. The one that I have on the main level downstairs, I called it downstairs, and the one that I have upstairs, I called it upstairs. These do have default names like Echo Dot or Echo Plus or whatever the device is. You can rename them whatever you want to call them. So for the sake of just ease of use, I just gave one upstairs and one downstairs. So now what I'll do is I'm going to show you what this looks like on my screen. So when I open up my Alexa app, what you see here is you have the ability, number one, to drop in. If you haven't used that feature, that allows you to drop in. So if I click drop in, I can either choose my upstairs or downstairs devices, and I can use it as an intercom. But if you go to the menu, so if you click on the hamburger button on the top left corner and you click on settings, you'll see it gives you a list of your devices. So I have my downstairs, then I have a Amazon Fire, I have a Eufy Genie, which is currently offline, and then I have my upstairs device. So if I click on either, let's say I click on the upstairs one, it'll give me the option I can rename it. So I can scroll down and you see where it says device name. I can click edit and give it a new name. I'm going to go back for a second. And below this screen, underneath settings where you see all your devices, if you scroll down, you see you have the option of setting up a new device, a big blue button, and below that blue button is a option for multi-room music. If you click on that, it'll say you can add a group. So I actually have created groups, so I'm not sure. This is happening recently for me. The groups that I've created already haven't been showing up, and I'm not sure why. It might just be a bug with the app. I'm not entirely sure. If you click on devices on top, it'll show you any smart home devices that you have. The next is groups, which, as I mentioned, it's empty right now, and then any scenes that I have created. So going back to groups for a second, what I want to do is I want to create a group that'll sync both of my two Echo devices. And if I had 5 or 6, I can sync all of them together. So I'm going to click add a group, and it gives you two options. One is a smart home group, which is really for, let's say, lighting. So if you have 4 or 5 different light bulbs or 2 or 3 different light switches, you could group them together under one name. So for example, in your kitchen, you might have some hi-hats and you may have some lights hanging above your island, or your dining room might have hi-hats and then a chandelier. If you can sync those together if you want to create a smart home group. Below that, I'm going to go ahead and click Amazon Multi-Room Music Group. So I'm going to click on that, and you can give this a name, whatever you want to call this. I like the first one the best because I'm going to sync all the speakers in the house. So if I have any more, I'll just add it. I click everywhere. You can also give it a name that you like. You can also put in whatever name you want. You can edit it. I'm going to choose everywhere and click next. Oops. I'm going to click next, and then it will search and give you the 2 devices that I have available. You can just check both of them as you click them. A checkbox will appear beside each of them, and then you can click save. Once you click save, it'll say it'll take a minute or 2. Usually I find it to be faster than that, but it could take a minute or 2 to connect to your 2 different devices or whatever number of devices you have. Once you do that, this group will be created, and what you're able to do is ask Alexa to play, whether it's from Amazon Music, whether it's from Pandora or Spotify or wherever the music is coming from. Instead of just saying Alexa play Pandora, you will say Alexa play Pandora everywhere, or Alexa play music everywhere. And what that enables it to do is it'll know to play on all your devices. It'll be nice in sync. There'll be no delay across them. I'm actually thinking about buying 1 or 2 more of the Echo Dots and put them around the house, because this is most likely the least expensive speaker system you're going to get that's going to be able to play this multi-room system. If you are a real music person who's going to care about how the music sounds, there are those who say that so it gave me an error message there, but now it says that it is there, so I'm not entirely sure. I think something's going on with the app. But if I click everywhere, I can go back in and see what's in there. Going back to what I was saying before, though, there are those who say that the Echo devices don't have the greatest speakers. For me, they're totally fine. I like the way it sounds. I'm not the most intense music person. I need this professional sounding system. There are those like Sonos or Bose. There are other systems out there you can get. What I love about this is that I can have these Echo devices in different rooms of the house, so I can take advantage of the Alexa features to ask questions, reminders, shopping lists, control my smart home system. But also now I can sync them all together and have a multi-room speaker system throughout the house for relatively inexpensive when you think about it, for $30 a speaker for the Echo Dot on sale, or $50 full price. So just to recap, those commands that you would use are Alexa, play music everywhere, or Alexa, play Pandora everywhere. You just have to use the name of the group. So whether you did, downstairs, upstairs, whatever it is, just use that name and it'll work. You can even tell one device to play on a different one. So if I'm upstairs, I could say, Alexa, play Pandora downstairs, and it will play on the one downstairs and not upstairs. So I can control them remotely as well. For any more information, visit us at smarthouse.guru, and make sure you click the subscribe button and like below.